Hey, it's Kristen again. I've been trying to decide how to do kind of like a reintroduction to myself for my channel because when I last did videos a few years ago, I was doing really just like reaction channels for music and stuff. And now that I can't really do that because I don't have a laptop that works and all that kind of stuff, I figure, I'm going to be doing more personal stuff, just me talking about stuff that I care about. And I had posted a video a week or so ago about a struggle I'm having, and I had somebody comment, and yeah, I got a few comments, and they were actually not mean, they were nice, so I want to thank you for that. Because yeah, I am dealing with a lot. I can't do very long videos at once because I'm gonna run out of space on my phone, but I'll do the best I can. And yeah, I guess I'll start with a little. I don't know. I don't know what to say. Yeah. So I guess something I wanted to start with is maybe a little background because that would be helpful before I explain the dumpster fire that the last four 4 years of my life have been. It would make a lot more sense if I kind of provided some context before I talk about it, because it'll kind of be hard to believe that it's somebody, I guess, my age would have gone through the things I did the past few years and the circumstances if you don't know, I guess, some background history. Yeah. I am really nervous, I'll admit. But, I don't know. I've kind of like gone back and forth. Do I want to share my age? Because, I know that inevitably opens people up to saying, oh, well, you're this age, you should that, whatever. But you know what? I really don't care, honestly. I am 42, and my my mom died when I was 26. Actually, about 20. I would have been 27 about 10 days after she died. Or I turned 27 about 10 days after she died. And my mom always said, you know, that I was my age going on 14. And that's pretty accurate. Mentally and emotionally, I kind of am frozen at somewhere around 13, 14 years old. The past 4 years since I lost my dad, to be fair, I mean, maybe I advanced a little bit, but at the same time, not really, because, well, I will get into some of the setbacks and the bad things that have happened the past few years that I'm not sure if I'm definitely in a worse place mentally than ever, and but I'll get into that later. I guess first of all, I will say that for as long as I can remember, I've dealt with depression, anxiety, in general, social issues, just not really being able to handle people that well, not having an easy time making friends. I was bullied a lot in school. Go figure, yeah, I'm sure you're so shocked. I'm just kidding. But anyway, yeah, so, yeah. And yeah, full disclosure, yes, I've been diagnosed with all of my diagnoses. I'm not gonna sit here and throw out speculated labels and stuff, because, I mean, that just is pointless. I also let's see. When I used to get SSI, I did get I guess qualified for or approved for SSI disability in 2017 after a hearing, and I had that until my dad died, and I got insurance money from him, and I had that for my mental disorders, including depression, anxiety, avoidant personality disorder. And if you know anything, I don't know if a lot of people know about avoidant personality disorder, because it's not like, there are obvious ones like borderline and narcissistic and all that stuff. It's avoidant is, well, me taking so long to post again would be a pretty good example of my avoidant personality disorder. I just, I'm very terrified of, what people are going to think, what people are going to say. And I mean, I know that's normal to an extent, but when something becomes a disorder, that's usually when, well, it affects your life, and it definitely, and everything that I deal with definitely affects my whole life. At this point, I basically just live, it's just me and my fiance and 2 cats. We just got out of a situation where my fiance's mom and her ex-boyfriend were living with us for, it would have been 2 years this month, but she ended up moving out in the end of September without telling anyone, even her own son. She has recently contacted me on Facebook, and I told her everything that went down after she left. And I will be more open about that at some point, but I don't know how long this video is going to be, and I don't want to go crazy. But it is the cause of our issues now. About a month after she up and left, her ex, who was still staying with us and was supposed to be working and helping us out, because I probably should have been more specific in my video, where I was like, hey, asking for help, that kind of thing. Yeah, they specifically moved in with us a few years ago because they were going to help out, and it was kind of like a mutual help, because they needed a place to stay, and that his mom could afford, because her rent was going up like crazy. So the plan was she would pay the bills and she'd get to live under my roof because I own my house. So, I mean, I think that net is fair. I mean, she had a good thing going with that. I mean, they both did, because, hello, it costs a lot to rent and pay utilities. And really, all, they were expected to do was, like, pay utilities. I wasn't asking for rent to, and, before I end up, I'll leave it pretty much there for now, but I just kind of wanted to kind of clear that little bit up, because I realized that I didn't really get into that in my other video, but yeah, I mean, if you're wondering, what the situation was, yeah, at the time, we were getting help from them, and they were getting help from us by me letting them live in the house that I own. So, yeah. Anyway, that's kind of a side note because, yeah, that's a whole nother dumpster fire that I want to talk about, but probably not in this video because this is more of a background. But yeah, back to my disorders. I feel like because of my disorders and because I am, even though my mom, as my mom joked about, I am kind of stunted. Because of all that, I'm very easy to take advantage of. And I know that's scary and probably not the smartest thing to put out there on the internet, but it is what it is. And I seem to have it painted on my forehead. After the past 4 years, I've learned that because one person after another has come into our lives and taken advantage of us. I will say that yes, my fiance is also has disabilities. He has ADHD. I believe they said he has kind of like learning disability. I think intellectual disorder possibly, and or as he would himself, I don't say the word, but as he would say, the R word. But I mean, I don't like hate on anyone who says it. I just prefer not to say it, so we're not gonna say it. But if anyone else says it, I mean, I really don't care. And my fiance, honestly, he laughs about it. So he would laugh about it, honestly, but yeah. I think he is a little more with it than sometimes he lets on, but he definitely is a little on the stunted side as well. And I think that's why we, get along and why, we work, at least to the extent that we do. And, yeah. And another, I guess, little fun factoid about us is we are in an age gap relationship, and no, we really don't care what you think about that. He is 29, and yeah, we've been together for just past 8 years. So, yeah, he was 21 when we met, and he was of well above age. He was of drinking age, so there was nothing I could do that he couldn't. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. It is what it is, and I know some people judge, but I really don't care. It's just, like I said, it is what it is. Now, I mean, at this point in my life, if we didn't work, would I go out with somebody that young again? Like, at that age, at my age now? I mean, you never say never, but I'm not planning on being in that situation anyway. But, I don't think so, but as like I said, I don't really like to speculate because, well, I mean, I'm not trying to think about what if we don't last, because I mean, we've been together for 8 years, and I don't see either of us getting rid of each other. Yeah, honestly, I really don't. But anyway, I'm about 15 minutes. I don't really know there's so much I could talk about, but I think that's it for probably about now. Just a little bit of background, and there's so much I could talk about. Um, I think I would like to just make videos talking about little things like that, and uh, maybe just a release, and hopefully, you know, talk to other people who maybe can relate, maybe can't relate, maybe just are interested in other people and people who are different and all that kind of stuff. And I think maybe I have been thinking, because of the situation I'm in, I really want to talk talk about, different things that I regret, different things that I want to kind of, I don't know if I want to say advocate for, because I don't have I don't have anything much in me to, the mental energy to really, or ability to, actually be an advocate for anything. But I guess maybe, if anything, be an advocate to say, if you are somebody who have a disability, or if you're somebody who has a kid, especially an adult child, or a child that will eventually be an adult with a disability, and whether it be physical or psychological, mental, emotional, especially in those cases, because people always think about, oh man, I have a disabled kid, I have a disabled adult kid, that what happens when they're gone? What happens to them when I'm gone? And obviously, as somebody in that situation, I'm an adult with disabilities who has lost both of their parents, and I don't have any actual like blood family left. I have very close family friends who are basically family, but they live a lot far away, back where I'm from, or closer to where I'm from, my home state, Maryland. And I'm not in Maryland now, I'm in Tennessee. So basically, that's one of the things I want to like encourage, is have a plan. If you have kids, whether they're little now or grown, make sure that there's a plan, so if the unexpected happens, that they're not stuck, that they're not basically thrown out to the wolves, basically, because I feel like that's what I was. And I don't blame my dad one bit. I mean, my dad was the last one to die, and he protected me so much. He really did. And I didn't, I mean, I appreciated him, don't get me wrong, I really did. But now that I look back on it, and these past few years, and all the stuff that's happened since he died, it's just been like people, one after another, taking advantage of me and hurting me in one way or another. And one of those people was literally living in my house for almost 2 years. And I just know that my dad, if he was around, he would have never let that happen, any of it. But anyway, man, talk about ending it on a low note. But if you actually made it through this 20-minute video, which I doubt many or any will, but I mean, it would just be amazing to get to know you guys, and maybe I could do a live here on my phone at some point. But I've never done it, and it kind of makes me nervous, but yeah. And the past, like, almost maybe 8 months or so, well, however long since last March was, I totally, almost completely lost my voice at times, and I think now it was stress because it's come back a lot since the whole situation happened a few months ago, and I'm starting to get my voice back, and I feel like I want to use it. And as shaky as it might be, I want to use my voice again. And I want to come back to YouTube because I did like making the reactions, but right now it's just not something I can do, obviously. So even if the videos really suck and it's me with shaky hands and arms from being nervous, holding up a phone, I think it would be cool. Even if you're just seeing like my face with my my sun-kissed zero mustache, if you can tell. I feel like a permanent orange soda mustache, but it is what it is anyway. Yeah, it's over 21 minutes now, so I'm gonna go ahead and go, and hopefully I get the nerve to post again really soon. And please like, subscribe, and all that kind of stuff, and you can comment and let me know if you'd like to maybe, hang out in a live or something. I know I could do a little of that because I was testing it out, and it looks like I can go live. I think it just said like there's a limit to how many member or subscribers you have plus 25 or something. So I can do it. So if we can work on getting things going, and maybe maybe if I just tear the band-aid off and start talking, maybe I'll get used to it and I'll be a little less nervous and I can think better. But I don't know, because I'm just kind of scatterbrained because everything is crazy. Anyway, hope to talk to you again soon. Bye.